What's going on, investors? It's your boy Dayo. This is Frankla Investment. So this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some information about my trip to 6 European countries within 6 beautiful days. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, at one point in time, I drove through 6 European countries almost in 6 days. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some information with you guys, sharing some photos with you guys, telling you guys about my trip, and of course giving you guys some recommendations, because right now we have the C19 out there, and you don't just want to go to any country without having the full details of what you are going to face. Okay, it's either you are vaccinated or you need to make a C19 test, you need to be negative, and so on and so forth. And of course, I'm going to be giving you guys some recommendation. How much does it cost, for example, to spend a night in Paris or in Belgium, in Brussels, or in the Netherlands? And of course, what is it like to visit Poland at the moment? Crazy things are happening in Europe right now, guys. I mean, it was a wonderful experience for me. Okay, let's get to it. I drove straight to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam. After I went to Amsterdam, I drove straight to Brussels, and from Brussels straight to Paris. Then I went to Luxemburg. From Luxemburg, I drove back to Germany, then straight to Poland. Okay, I mean, that was a crazy road trip. I drove straight to Poland, then from Poland I came back to Germany. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some pictures with you guys, giving you guys some recommendation, telling you guys about what is going on right now in Europe, in these 6 countries, in terms of the C19, because of the pandemic that is out there. So what you should expect in case you want to visit Paris, for example, and some recommendation. How much does it cost, to travel around Paris, for example, because I just love Paris. There is something special about this magical city. The city is majestic. Let's get to it. But before we continue, for those of you guys wondering what exactly is Dayo doing on his channel, I talk about biogenomic stocks almost every day from Sunday to Sunday. But since 3 weeks ago, I posted only one video when I got back from my trip. Okay, I took like 3 weeks break from YouTube, and as you guys can see, I have posted in this year alone over 200 videos, I believe, on this channel, talking about biogenomics, which of course is a genomics company that makes a device that scientists, researchers, or clinicians can use to check the genome of, they can use it to check your genome to see if you have any kind of genetic disease, structural variations in your genome, and so on and so forth. So that's what I talk about on my channel on a daily basis before I took a break. But right now I am back with full details, with new videos, with new ideas. I am relaxed. I took my time to chill out, to explore Europe, to learn more about what is going on with biogenomics as well, to learn more about what is going on in other sector, not only in the genome sector or in the biotechnology sector, to also learn what is going on in the energy sector, the commodity sector, for example, the cryptocurrency sector, for example, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be bringing you guys juicy videos from today on. Let's continue. But before we continue, if this is your first time on this channel, feel free to subscribe if you enjoy my content, and if you want me to talk more about traveling, let me know in the comment section. I read all your comments. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so the first country I'm going to be discussing with you guys in this video, because this video has to be as short as possible, the country is Belgium. Okay, let's talk about Belgium and my experience in Belgium, and why I believe I am going to be revisiting Belgium. I'm going to visit Belgium again, as soon as possible. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is, if you want to go to Belgium, you don't need a COVID-19 vaccination or test to visit anywhere in Belgium, except if you want to do any indoor activities. Okay, I mean, if you want to go to Belgium to have a nice time, apart from you flying into the country, because right now any country you want to fly into, you need a negative test, or you have to be, I think sometimes you need a negative test, and you need to be also vaccinated. Okay, but in my case, I drove from Germany to Belgium, and even though before I left Germany I made a test and it was negative, I didn't meet anybody asking me about my C19 test or status. Okay, so that is the first good thing about Belgium in my opinion, even though I was tested before I left Germany. Okay, because I think it is very important right now to be, you know, protecting yourself and protect other people that you're going to come into contact with. So when I got to Brussels, the first thing I did was to go into my hotel room, and the hotel that I stayed is So when I go to Brussels, this is the hotel that I stayed in Brussels. Okay, it is right in the, you know, at the heart of Brussels, and this hotel cost about 87 euros per night. It was very clean, you know, I mean, not including breakfast. I think breakfast cost about 11 euros or something like that. This hotel is located right at the center of Brussels. Very beautiful hotel, very clean. I mean, you don't need to even go anywhere by car. You just need to. I parked my car in a parking lot, and the parking lot cost about, I believe it was 18 euros per night, you know, to park your car there. So I spent like 2 nights, you know, in this hotel. I spent like 3 days in Brussels, all together in Belgium. And this hotel, you know, is very located right at the center of you can see Grand Place right here. So this is Grand Place, and if you want to visit, you know, Belgium, Grand Place is one place that you definitely need to visit should in case you want to go to Belgium. A very, very beautiful, attractive city center where you can find a lot of activities going on, you know. And this Grand Place is, you know, located right, it has a lot of restaurants surrounding it, you know, at the middle of different kind of restaurants. Just name it: Chinese restaurants, Italian, French, whatever it is you want to eat, you can find it right there. So and that's one thing that I would recommend for you guys should in case you want to go to Belgium. If you want to visit Brussels, this hotel, in my opinion, is a very perfect place for anybody. You know, they have their fitness, their bar, their whatever it is, and you don't need to go anywhere by car. Okay, I mean, if you don't want to go anywhere far away from, you know, Brussels city center, this hotel is a perfect one for you. They didn't sponsor this video. I'm just here, you know, talking with you guys about my experience in Belgium. You guys can see this is the reception. You go into this hotel, and they have 2 lifts, you know, that you can just take to wherever your room is located. So that's the first thing I want to show you guys in this video about Brussels. So this picture right here is one of the pictures that I took in Brussels, somewhere closer to the Grand Place. And this is another picture that I took at Brussels as well, you know, somewhere very close to the city center as well, Grand Place. Very, very clean area, very beautiful. This is Grand Place right here. You know, you have this beautiful old building painted with something like goldish color. I don't know if it's real gold or, you know, just a paint, but that place was really beautiful. And I mean, you can do a lot of activities going on right there. You have a lot of restaurants, you know, you can see a lot of people, different kind of races. I mean, these people right here, and of course nobody's, you know, wearing mask or anything. But I believe if you want to go into any of the restaurants inside, if you want to eat inside, if once you enter the restaurant, you can take out your mask. Okay, it costs about, you know, 10 euros, you know, 7 euros, 8 euros to have a warm meal in Brussels, in my opinion. You know, I went to kebab joint, you know, eat some shawarma, and I spent like 8 euros, you know, where you have the meat, you know, the vegetables and so on and so forth. I spent like, I think maximum 10 euros you can get yourself a decent meal in Brussels. Okay, I mean, Brussels, it's a very, very beautiful city, guys. You need to visit this place, most definitely. And another thing I want to tell you guys about this hotel also is that, I mean, inside the hotel you need to have your mask on all the time. Okay, I mean, once you get to the hotel, they don't require you to have some kind of COVID-19, you know, C19 negative test or vaccination or whatever. They don't require that. As long as you've made your payments, you get there, you show your ID. One thing that they require is that your credit card has to be yours. Okay, the name of the person that booked has to be the same name as the credit card. So they just want to make sure that you are the real person. I don't know how you're gonna do it if somebody is going to book it for you. I don't know how that is going to work, but in my opinion, your name needs to be, you know, the same as the person that booked the hotel. And of course, the credit card, you have to present it because they are going to charge you some cents just to make sure the card is valid, or should in case you destroy something. It's kind of a new law going on right now, you know, all over Europe, you know. So that's all I want to tell you guys about Brussels. Brussels. Let's go to Paris. So what I did is, when I finished my 3 days in Brussels, I took my car, went to my parking garage, paid about 36 euros or something like that for parking for 2 nights, and then I drove straight to Paris. Okay, so another thing I experienced is, if you want to drive from Belgium to Paris, there is a tunnel, there's a toll gate whereby you have to pay. Okay, so I paid about 14 euros for using the road. I think it's a private road or whatever, I don't know, but you just have to pay once you get to that place. In Germany, we don't pay for using any road, everything is free. But unfortunately, if you want to drive to Paris, you need to pay. Okay, it's not free. So I drove straight from Brussels to Paris, and this is what happened in Paris. So the hotel I stayed in Paris is Ibis Paris Avenue de la République. I mean, I'm not gonna recommend this hotel for you guys. Okay, I mean, this place, for 1 night it cost about 80 something euros, and the room I stayed was really small. Okay, I mean, I think it's more or less like maybe even 15 meters square. It was so small you can hardly get anything done. Okay, and this is Ibis hotel we're talking about. Okay, I mean, nothing special about the hotel. You just go inside, you go to your room. Nothing really special about the hotel. And the thing is, the hotel, I mean, your credit card has to be, the name of the person that booked for the room has to be the same as the credit card as well. And also, they are going to charge your card to make sure that if you damage anything, they will collect your card information to make sure that if you make any damages, you're going to end up paying. They will charge your credit card for it. So their rooms look something like this. This is how their rooms look like. I mean, not something big, because Paris, let's face it, it's not a place where you go to and you spend the whole of the day inside the hotel room. So I didn't really mind, because I just want to sleep. But the worst thing about Paris is you have to pay a lot of money for parking. Okay, it costs about 4 euros per hour to park in Paris. So if you want to go there by car, you really need a lot of money for parking. I end up paying about 45 euros per night. Okay, in the parking lot that I parked my car, I paid about 45 euros per night, and I spent about 3 days in Paris. So like anyone else, if you go to Paris, you want to take as many beautiful pictures as possible. This one was taken closer to Notre Dame. Okay, I mean, there is this beautiful water in front of it where you can find a lot of people, just hanging around, chilling, because you can literally walk from one point in Paris to the other point. So this right here is some of the pictures that I took in front of Notre Dame, and you guys can easily see, you can see Paris Eiffel Tower. I mean, literally anywhere you are in Paris, if you can have a very good view of the city, you can literally see Eiffel Tower almost in any important location in Paris. Any important location you are in Paris, you can really see the Eiffel Tower. That is one of the beautiful things about this city. Another beautiful thing about Paris is this is the Seine River, and this river more or less surrounds Paris. You can literally take a boat and go around Paris on this river. Okay, so this is a picture I took on this river. This taken very close to the Eiffel Tower as well. And finally, this is me, standing at the front of the Eiffel Tower. Right now, it is impossible to go under the Eiffel Tower because of the C19. They fenced it round, and you literally need to present your vaccination document, or you need a negative test before you can go under or climb, go on top of the Eiffel Tower, so that you can see what is going on in the city. So this is one of the pictures I took. This another one, and this is the third one, me checking my phone for the price of biological genomics, I believe. And you can see a lot of people sitting under the Eiffel Tower or very close to the Eiffel Tower. There is a garden next to the Eiffel Tower where people can chill out, and the atmosphere was just amazing. Okay, and this picture right here is the one I took very close to the Place de la Concorde. This is the Place de la Concorde at the back. You guys can see it right here. It's a very historical point also where people go to take pictures. And the beautiful thing about this location is you can also see the Eiffel Tower whenever you are around this area. And this place is also not far from Arc de Triomphe. Okay, I am still going to show you guys a picture that I took on top. Finally, I got on top of Arc de Triomphe, where you can see literally the entire Paris. I mean, it was just a beautiful experience. Okay, So this picture is the one I took in front of the Louvre Museum. Okay, you guys can see folks lining up, you know, trying to get into the museum. This tent right here is the C19 center, where you have to present your ticket to the museum. It costs about 25 euros to get into the museum, and you need to present a negative test of C19, or you need to present a vaccination, you know, proof or so. So this is me in front of the, you know, the famous arc of the, you know, Museum Louvre, you know, and this is the picture I took. This is the Seine River. You can see a boat on it, people just traveling around, you know, enjoying their beautiful view of the Paris. And this couple right here are just there chilling, you know, like anyone else. It was amazing. Okay, I can't really show you guys everything from a picture, but you know, I hope you can get you understand what I'm trying to say. I mean, this was really a wonderful experience for me. Okay, this museum is majestic. We have tons of items, you know, pictures, painting, whatever, the Mona Lisa, everything inside this museum. So this picture right here, I took it very close to Arc de Triomphe. This is Dior, you know, me just chilling, you know, watching the view. A lot of people going up and down, shopping, buying. On this street you can find all the designers in the world, all the most important designers like Chanel, like Gucci, like Louis Vuitton, just mention it. You can find everything on this street, Champs-Elysees Street, I believe they call it, and it goes straight to Arc de Triomphe. Now finally, this is me on top of Arc de Triomphe, you know, looking at Paris, the city, the entire city. You can literally see from this point, you can see La Défense, and you can see the Eiffel Tower, you can see Notre Dame, you can see a lot of amazing locations in Paris on top. While on top of Arc de Triomphe, you can see the entire city. It is just, I don't know how to explain this to you guys. I mean, it was an amazing experience, and I recommend you guys to visit Paris. I mean, one time in your lifetime, you need to go to Paris and see what is going on in that city. It's just amazing. So that was, you know, some of my pictures that I took in Paris. And this is Paris. You guys can easily see it's more or less a walled city. Okay, I mean, more or less these guys are preparing for some kind of war or whatever. So I stood, this is the hotel that I stayed, Ibis Paris. And you know, you guys can easily see from Ibis Paris, you can literally, you know, get to any important location that you want to go to. You have the Eiffel Tower right here, you have the Arc de Triomphe is right here, you have the Place de la Concorde right here, and then you have the Notre Dame is somewhere around here, very close, about 20 minutes walk from my hotel, I believe. And you know, the best thing to do, and if you want to visit Paris, the best thing to do is, you know, put your car somewhere and take the metro. The metro is very cheap. It costs about €1.90, I believe, to take the metro. It can take you from one point to another point. I believe you have like 2 hours to use the ticket. Okay, so I didn't really spend a lot of money on transportation, but it costs fortune to park your car in Paris. It's really expensive. I was shocked myself. Okay, so that is the beauty of Paris. You know, if you want to, the thing I'm going to recommend is, if you want to visit Paris, this is the best way to go. You have to go to the Notre Dame. From the Notre Dame, you go to the Museum du Louvre. When you get to the museum, then you walk to Place de la Concorde, where you can take a metro to go to Arc de Triomphe. And the most, you know, one of the most beautiful places that I also went to, you know, apart from, you know, the Arc de Triomphe, is where is it? I'm trying to look for it on the map. La Défense, France. Okay, yeah, this is La Défense. So this is La Défense. Okay, so what you have to do is you take a metro from Arc de Triomphe straight to La Défense. I mean, La Défense is a beautiful area in Paris, guys. I mean, that place is amazing. I need to show you guys some pictures. Hopefully I can find something. I need to show you guys some picture of La Défense. Guys, La Défense is a very beautiful neighborhood in Paris. Alright guys, so I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have ever been to Paris before, or if you are planning to go to Paris. Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to this channel. If you want me to tell you more about my trip, if there is something you want to learn about, you know, traveling in Europe, let me know in the comment section. I read all your comments and I'll try my best to answer all your questions. Have a wonderful day, guys. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.